Okay guys, this video was supposed to be a very short video, but then after shooting the video I realized that it is quite long, so please do forgive me for that. I just had too much to say. But yeah, I hope that you are gonna enjoy the video. Hey my lovies, welcome back to my channel. I am Dumela Mokwena for those of you that do not know me, and if you are new here, I hope that you are here to stay and that you do enjoy your stay. But if you are a returning subscriber, welcome, welcome, welcome. So right, in today's video, it's not gonna be a vlog. You guys already saw by the title. We are gonna have a chat. We're gonna do some talking. Cause I don't know, man. The only time that I ever had a talk with you guys was when I was having a get to know me tag, and then we've been doing vlogs. But I feel like, you know what, let's have a talk. Let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. Let's talk. I feel like some of these topics are gonna be like a bit deep, not too deep, a bit deep. And the reason being is because these past 2 years have been emotionally draining. Like 2020 and 2021, we've been going through a lot as individuals, and you never get the time to, like, you never get the time to really express how you feel, because like almost every individual is going through something. So I can't really talk to someone else because that person's also going through their own things. So we left to deal with whatever that we're going through behind closed doors, behind closed doors. I mean that maybe sometimes you're one of those people that be crying themselves to sleep, or maybe you're one of those people that when you're alone in your own private space, you'll be crying, whether it's during the day, the morning, or whatever. And then you come out in public and you be acting as if you're not going through anything. And there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. If it's working for you, do you. I'm not here to tell people like how to deal with pain or anything like that, because honestly we deal with pain in different ways. But I'm here to have a talk with you guys. Yeah, so as I was saying, 2020 and 2021 have been emotionally draining. For me, I feel like 2020 was more overwhelming. It was a year that I was just like, what's going on? Because coronavirus came and we had to adapt to online learning. People had to adapt to new ways of doing their work in terms of going to work. Like a lot changed in 2020 and we had to adapt to that. And then with this whole coronavirus thing, some people lost their jobs, some people lost their parents, some people lost siblings, some people lost family members, relatives, friends, and then some people in some families, that person that was the breadwinner lost their job and life became extremely difficult. All in all, I'm just saying that these past 2 years we've been going through a lot, right? So I feel like I've been talking too much. I feel like I've been talking too much, and I haven't even gotten into the actual conversation. So guys, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is family, right? Family is what we don't choose for ourselves. Unfortunately, with family, you get born into that family and you are part of those people, whether you like it or not. But as we grow older, I feel like we tend to choose which family members we want to keep, right? Because with every other family, there are those certain family members that are toxic, and as you grow older, right, you just decide that, you know what, we get to cut them off, right? That's just how I'm gonna put it so that it makes sense. So when it comes to family, guys, I cannot stress how important this is. When it comes to family, all of, like, every family member that doesn't like or love your mother, cut them off. Like, if they don't like your mother, and I'm not talking about there was a fight that led to that, I'm talking about from day one they just didn't like your mother. They have no reason at all. If you were to ask them, why don't you love or like my mother, they won't be able to tell you why. That's the type of energy I'm talking about. It's not really energy, I just don't know how to put it. But those family members that don't love your mother, cut them off. Because if they don't love your mother, they don't love you too. There's no way someone can hate your mother and then love you. You are your mother's product. So if they don't love your mother, they don't love you too. If you think they love you, they are pretending. They don't love you. Guys, they don't. And yeah, cut them off. As I said, cut them off, because if you're gonna keep entertaining those people, they're gonna use you to spite your mother. I mean, by using you, I mean they're gonna influence you to do bad things, influence you to take negative decisions, bad decisions in life, just to spite your mother, because they know that you are your mother's weakest point, right? So they are gonna use you to spite your mother. So I am saying it for the last time: cut family members that don't love your mother. Cut them off. Don't let them be a part of your life. And by cutting them off, I don't mean like have a nasty attitude whenever you see them. No. Like, whenever you guys are at family gatherings or those things, it could be a high type of conversations. You don't have to talk personal things with them, right? Cut them off, but there shouldn't be any bad blood. You don't love my mother, you don't love me, I don't love you. Stay in your lane, I'll stay in my lane, and let's just keep it moving, right? That's what I mean. I'm not encouraging hatred. I'm not saying go hate on them. I'm not saying wish them bad in life. I'm just saying cut them off. Decide that they're not going to be a part of your life, so that they don't have to know the personal things that are happening in your life. That's what I'm saying. And then I want to talk about family members that have done us wrong in life. I'm talking about family members that have caused you so much pain that pain turned into hatred, that you have hatred for that family members. You, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I honestly don't know how to explain it, but I hope that you guys get what I'm trying to say. So when it comes to those family members, all I'm gonna say is allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to let go of all that hatred that you've been carrying for so many years. Allow yourself to let go of all that negative energy that you have been carrying. Just pholisa manxeba, fola, heal. That's all I'm gonna say. Heal. And by healing, forgive them. You know, they don't have to come to you to apologize. Take a decision on your own that, you know what, this aunt or these two aunts have done me so bad. They've hurt me, and today I am taking a decision to forgive them, you know. And I know this is hard. If it's hard and you feel like I want to forgive them but I can't, pray about it, talk to God about it, tell him that you know what, Father, this and this, who and who have hurt me so much, and I want to forgive them, but I can't. Just ask Undali, ask God to give you the strength to forgive those people, because carrying all that hurt, all that pain, it's really just wasting your time, because there's a lot that you're not going to be able to achieve in life because you're carrying all this burden on you. You're carrying all these negative things on you while they are moving on with their lives. So healing and forgiving. It's a foundation for yourself to have a more happier life, right? A more positive life, because by forgiving them and allowing yourself to heal, you letting go of all this burden that you have been carrying on your shoulders for like 5 years, and it's just been weighing you down, because every time you see these people, like you like, I don't know how to explain it, but every time you see these people, you just wanna, so yeah, allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to forgive them, and move on with life. Honestly, that's just all I'm gonna say. And then there's this guy that I follow on TikTok. I wish I knew his name, but I don't. But he calls himself the life coach, I think, something like that. And there was this other video of his that stood out the most for me, and he was like, some people will never get to heal in life because they've lost their parents. And I do not relate to that at all, because I still have both of my parents, but it hit hard. Like, that was deep. It was really deep, because I literally I paused after I heard that, and I sat down and I thought, Gote, sometimes when certain people hurt you, or when people that you thought would never betray you and they betray you, we often go to our mothers. As girls, we often go to our mothers and we cry. Like, when it comes to your mother, you can express yourself, right? And with boys, you often go to your dads. And for those that have single parents, obviously you also get to go to your mom or dad, depending on which parent you have. And I thought, if I didn't have both my parents and I was going through something that was hurting me, and I was like, what would I do? Because I feel like I would never heal, because I can't express this pain to anyone. Because with me, guys, my mother is the only person that knows me when I'm at my lowest, when life has, when you are on your lowest and wonke umuntu, like, everyone is like kophelile kaye, like when motho le motho ha re tsa keng ho fedile, it's ho fedile ka mthonana, I never recover, or she's never going to be the same again, or like, yeah, ka sotho ba ke lefatshe le o shabile. A tseba, like, there's certain things that happen to you and people be excited, like, yeah, lefatshe le mshapile, she's never gonna recover, and they see you stand up, dust yourself, and move on with life, and everyone is literally gonna be shocked, because when that certain thing happened to you, they were sure that you were never gonna get up from that. So yeah, when situations like that happen, I go to my mother for comfort. I go to God also for comfort, but mostly, obviously, with your mother, it's with God, it's more spiritual, right? Because God can't hug you, right? And with a human being, that person can hug you. It's easier, right? Because with God, it's like he does things. He can't really, you can't really see God with your naked eye, right? It's like you can see the things that he does for you. So that's why sometimes with people, they be praying so hard about certain things to the point where they lose faith because you can't really see God. And with God, sometimes he puts you in certain positions just to show you that he is God, right? And sometimes he puts you in certain positions to show everyone around you that I am God, and I'm the one that has the final say because he is the Omega, right? He is the beginning and the ending. And what I have learned is that even when you read the Bible, it says weapons shall form, but they shall never prosper. And that's what keeps me going. Even when I'm going through the most in life, I know that what, I will be in certain situations that won't be easy, certain situations where I will feel pain, where I don't even know how to explain it, guys, but in those situations, I know that he said their weapons shall form, but he promised me that they shall never prosper. So I know that it doesn't matter how bad that situation looks, I know that I am gonna overcome that situations because he did say that the weapons shall form, but they shall never prosper, right? Well, I've been talking for so much, and we're still on that family topic, right? But yeah, guys. So when it comes to family, I'm just gonna say cut them off. But by cutting them off, forgive them and allow yourself to heal from all that pain that they've caused you. And then the second thing that I want to talk about is these people that we choose for ourselves, right? Abangani, friends. I want to talk about Bochomi. Guys, when it comes to friends, I've seen guys, I've seen the most when it comes to friendships. I've seen the most. I've seen the worst. I've seen I don't even know how to explain it, child. I don't even know what to say. Because honestly, when it comes to friends, I've had people that I never thought, okay, this person would betray me or this person would do this and that to me, and they did it. They did it. You know that TikTok video that says, I was part of the gang that say he's never gonna hurt me. Hey guys, so let's move on to friendships. Let's talk about abangani. Let's talk about bochomizer. What do boys call their friends? How do boys address their friends? I don't know. Like, I forgot. I don't know, because you guys call yourself brothers. Like, he's my brother. I don't know, but yeah. But we're gonna talk about friends, right? With friendships, I wanna say that you might have that person or you might not have that specific person, but beware of that friend that's telling you to cut off your other friends because they're toxic. Like, if you have that one friend that is always telling you, good say, friend, you should cut off Uitu because Uitu is toxic, or you should cut off Palisa because Palisa is toxic. Like, beware, be careful of that friend, because if that specific friend can see your other friends' toxic traits, then what about them? Because, like, I want to say something, but I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it in English. I don't know how to put it, guys. I really don't know how to put it. Let me just try explaining it. I mean, if that, yeah, I know the saying in Sutu, but I hope that you guys are gonna understand it. But it says like, ska sheba tshiya eka lihlong la motho mong o sa bone eka lihlong la hao. If I'm gonna translate it, okay, I'm just gonna say like it's more like, don't, like, you know that saying in English, yeah, like if you're pointing at someone, okay, it's normally like people say four, but it's three fingers are pointing back to you, right? So if you have that friend that is busy telling you all these things about your other friends, what about them, right? If they could see how toxic other people are for you, what about them? Are they not also toxic? Because we all are toxic. We just have different toxic traits, but someone gets toxic. No one can say I'm not toxic. We are all just toxic. So beware of that friend that's always telling you how toxic your other friends are and how you should cut who and who off. You know, just, I'm not saying all of them are toxic or all of them are bad friends. Some people really do care for you and they just want the best for you, and other people, but it's life, we move. Yeah, guys, so when it comes to friendships, just be careful of the type of friends you choose for yourself, because not everyone is your friend because they want the best for you. Nope. Hope by now I'm sure that you've also discovered that. So just be careful on the type of people you let into your life and the type of people you tell your personal stuff to, because in some instances we have people knowing our personal information because of our friends. You tell that friend something personal and they tell someone else, and then at the end of the day 30,000 people know about that thing just because you told this person and you told that person trust in that person, right? You just don't tell personal information to Noma Ubani. You tell your personal information to people that you trust, and unfortunately not every person that you think you know. Yeah. It does make sense, right? You might think that you know someone, but you don't know them. And then also, the last thing when it comes to friendships, guys, I want to emphasize this. If you have had or if you have been friends with someone and that friendship ended because of that person hurt you, or you guys had a fight or an argument or something of that nature, or maybe you I don't even know how to put it, but if you've been in a friendship like that and that friendship ended, and then 2 years later that person comes back into your life, do not allow yourself to make the same mistake twice. That friendship ended for a reason. So even if that person comes back to you after 2 years and they say, hey friend, I am sorry that I did this and this and this back then, I did this and this because of that and that and that, or maybe I was immature, do not allow yourself to make that same mistake again, because that certain friendship ended for a reason. It just did not end. So if you're gonna allow that person back into your life, it might not be at that moment, it might be 10 years later, but I'm telling you, that friendship is gonna end again. They are gonna do what they did again. That's all I'm gonna say when it comes to friendship, right? And then the next thing is relationships. I'm gonna need water for this one. So the next thing I want to talk about, guys, it is relationships. When it comes to relationships, I don't have much to say because I haven't been in serious relationships a lot. I'm talking about like that relationship that's deep and serious. I haven't been in in many of those. I'm still learning. But when it comes to relationships, first I want to talk about, so there's talk, it's for girls, right? Because normally we as girls, we are the ones that do these things. And me, what I'm about to tell you, if you've done it before, stop. And if you have never done it, just make sure that you don't ever get to do it. So, mostly, right, Tina as amantombazana, we as girls, you be dating this guy. And I'm talking about girls that date guys that are working, right? I'm talking about someone that has a job here. Or maybe you're blesser. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. But I'm just talking about someone that has a job, right? So yeah, utolugote ekhaya, you are coming from a family that isn't privileged, and you date this guy has a job, this guy has money, or he can at least afford, and then you tell that guy about your home situation, you tell that guy about how your parents, or maybe you have a single parent, how your mother and how she's not working, how you guys don't have an income, how you guys are struggling to make ends meet. And then this guy, because he is in a relationship with you, he's telling you what's it? No man, baby, nah, don't stress yourself about that. I got you. I'll buy you guys groceries every month, or maybe I'll give you money every month, and then you can buy groceries. Like whenever you need something, I'm your man. I'm here for you, right? And you're like, my niggas got me. Like, things change at home. Now you guys can get to buy groceries. You guys can get to buy takeaways. Impasha, you do your hair, you do your nails. Like, like you living the life, girl. Don't do that. You know what? In a relationship, especially if you're coming from a background or you are in a situation where life isn't really fair to you guys, like it might not be now, but I am telling you for sure that one day that man is gonna use your home situation against you. Because let me tell you something, if a man is feeding you and your parents, he's gonna think that he basically owns you guys. I mean, because he knows, if I don't buy you groceries, if I don't give you money to buy groceries, then you guys are not gonna have anything to eat. So he's gonna have this power. He's gonna feel as if he could do whatever he wants to do because basically he's like your source of income. So do not make that mistake. I'm not saying if you're dating someone and that person wants to help out, like decline their help. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying be careful of the type of man that you have in your life, because some men are abusers, and when you first date an abuser, it's not written on his forehead that I'm an abuser, right? You will get to see that side of him as you guys go in the relationship, maybe 3 to 4 months in a relationship, if he's really that good at hiding his abusive side. But I'm just gonna say be careful, because I've seen this happening to so many people. Men will use your background or your home situation as something to like treat you as if you're nothing, because he knows that you guys need me to basically survive. So even if you're dating someone that has money, make sure that there is something that you are doing to better the situation at home. And also when it comes to relationships, I'm gonna say, at not really like all the time, we as girls will be like, I fell in love with this guy, I fell in love with that guy, or whatever it is. Teach yourself not to fall into love. Teach yourself not to fall into love, because falling into love is clumsy. When you fall into things, you might fall, there's no one to catch you. You might fall, and a very practical example, when you fall, you hurt yourself, right? Like back in the day when we were still young and we were riding bicycles, if you fell from a bicycle, then you would probably get hurt, right? You'd bleed, or you would feel pain, or you would have a scratch. But if you fall, you are bound to get hurt. It's just how it is. So also when it comes to love and relationships, if you fall in love, you are gonna get hurt. I'd rather say walk into love, grow into love, allow yourself to learn as you go. Don't just fall into anything, walk into it. Because if you walk into that relationship, you are walking open-minded. You are walking with your eyes open, because obviously if you are walking with your eyes closed, then you are going to get hurt. But you walking into that relationship with your eyes open, you are allowing yourself to learn, and you are allowing yourself to express things how you want to express them, and you are just careful, because you are walking into this thing. You can see that this is a door, and I'm about to walk through that door, right? So when it comes to relationships, stop falling in love. Learn to walk into love. Learn to grow into love. Because falling is very clumsy. Mtanakaya, you are gonna get hurt. They are gonna hurt you. If you keep falling, you are gonna fall into the deep side of the pool, knowing that you can't swim and no one is gonna be there to save you. You are gonna drown. So stop falling. Let's just stop falling into love. Let's learn to walk into it, to ease into love, to grow into love, right? That's all I'm going to say when it comes to relationships. And that is save the best for last. So the last thing that I want to talk about is you as an individual. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about me. I want to talk about us. And by saying I want to talk about you, I want to talk about me, I want to talk about our toxic traits, things that we do that other people cut us off for, in terms of friendships and relationships. I'm gonna say that if you have those certain people, or that certain people that is tolerating you as toxic as you are, keep them. Danakaya, if you have that one person, or those 2-3 people in your life that have accepted you as you are, and I'm not just talking about people that know you, that don't know you. I'm talking about someone that knows you, someone that knows you on your bad days, on your good days, on your happy days, on your sad days, on your mad days. and they've made that decision, you're going to, I'm accepting this person the way they are. Keep those people, because nowadays we have people cutting people off as if it's nothing. It's just like I had a taste of this apple and he funny, so I'm just gonna throw it in the bin. That's how people are treating other people out there. Totally good to someone is friends with this person for a month and then the friendship has ended, or who and who have been dating for 2 weeks and then the relationship ended. So if you have people that have accepted you for who you are, people that know all seasons of you, keep those people, like hang on to those people. Make sure that you never ever lose those people, because those are the people that are worth having. That's just how I'm gonna put it. And also talking about ourselves as individuals, I'm gonna say that like I already said at the beginning of the video that these past 2 years have been a lot. We've been dealing with a lot, and we haven't had the time to express how we feel. Or maybe you've been through something that has hurt you so bad and you are still dealing with that pain, or you just going through something right now and you like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to deal with this thing. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, if you're going through the most, or if you're dealing with something that's just so heavy on you, go down on your knees and talk to God. Teach yourself, not really teach yourself, but normalize talking to God. Normalize calling out to Him. Normalize sharing your things with Him. I know that He sees everything, He sees every single thing that we are going through, but also as an individual, make it a norm to talk to God, And sometimes I know that we be going through certain situations, and when you are praying to God about whatever it is that you are going through, you don't find the right words, or maybe you don't even have words to explain your situation to Him. You just when you're about to say something, you just find yourself crying, tearing up. It's okay, because He does know our heart's desires. So sometimes you don't even have to talk to Him in form of words. You can just, in your own room, in your own private space, you can just go on your knees, read a verse or two, and worship, praise Him. That's another way of talking to God, through praising, through worships, because He already knows what it is that you are going through. He knows it. So just call out to Him, call Him, because with me, oftentimes when I am going through something, and I would normally say to God, God, let your will be done in my life. If this thing is meant to be, let it be. But if it's not meant to be, then it will not be. Because if you, as God, did not put me in this situation, then you're gonna have to take me out of it. If this situation is man-made, it was made by someone, then God, you're gonna have to do something about it. But if you have decided that with Itu, this is what she's meant to be going through, then it's okay. I'm not gonna say why me, because think if you're going through something that's hurtful, that's hurting you, and you say to God, why me? Then who must go through that? Should God take that away from you and make your friend to go through that? It's unfair. I know most of the times when we're going through things that are very painful, we always say, but God, why me? But before you say that, think, if not you, then who should go through it? Because if you're not going to go through it, someone has to go through it. So you're just going to have to ask God to give you the strength to go through whatever it is that you're facing, And to wrap it up, oh, I forgot something also. When it comes to relationships, right? As much as I said walk into love, pray about your relationship. Pray for your relationship. And if you are single, ask God for the right man. And by asking God for the right man, don't just don't just walk into love with every Tom and Jerry that you are gonna meet, because remember that as you are praying to God, the devil is also listening, right? So the devil, obviously, because he's clever, he's gonna give you exactly what you prayed for, but that thing is not gonna do you good, it's gonna do you bad, because it is coming from the devil. So when you pray to God about the type of man that you want, even when talking about relationships, I'm not gonna say pray to God about the type of man that you want. I'm rather gonna advise you to pray to God to give you the type of man that he thinks you deserve, because you might meet someone that has all the things that you want, but he's gonna have that one thing that you're not gonna be able to tolerate, or you are gonna just be with that person and you're gonna be unhappy in that relationship, but you're gonna be there because he's giving you all these things that you've been wanting, or he has all these things that you want. I'm gonna say ask God to give you the type of partner that he thinks it's right for you. If he knows that he knows you, right, and he knows what's good for you, so ask him to give you that partner that's good for you. And also, when that partner comes your way, walk into that relationship with that person, because when you meet someone, or when you enter into a relationship with someone, let me tell you something, guys. Oftentimes we hear, especially when it comes to these F-boys, right? When it comes to these boys that are players, you hear them saying that they're gonna change for the girl they love. Let me tell you something. A person doesn't change. A leopard never changes its spots. So when you enter into a relationship with someone, you must be able to accept that person the way they are, because they're never gonna change. 20 years into marriage, that person is still gonna be that person that you met 20 or 30 years ago. I'm telling you right now, people don't change. So if you are entering into a relationship, make sure that you are content and you are able to accept that person the way they are, because they're never gonna change. So if you enter into a relationship with someone that's full of lies, that someone that has a tendency of cheating, someone that is, I don't know how to put it, but you guys get me. Make sure that you're happy and you are able to accept that person the way they are, because people don't change. A person will never change. I'm telling you now. That's why at oftentimes when someone is in a relationship that's very abusive, when the abuser apologizes, they say that, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna do this. From now on, I am gonna be a changed person. Like I changed, and then 3 days later, they beat you again, or they verbally abuse you again. It shows that people don't change. People don't change. It's very, very rare. It's very rare where people change. Oftentimes, people do not change. So, also when it comes to friendships and relationships, be able to accept that person the way they are. And if you can't accept that person and you feel like this is too much, I can't deal with this, it's too much for me, then let that person go. Because if you can't deal with it 3 months into that relationship, how are you going to be in marriage? Because you are just going to be this unhappy person, so remember that when it comes to the people that we can choose for ourselves, choose people that you are happy and people that you accept as they are, because they are never ever gonna change. Okay guys, so we've come to the end of our little chat. I hope that this chat is gonna it's gonna allow you to do some self introspection and on you as an individual, and if there are certain things that you want to change about yourself, not really change, but if there's certain things that you want to fix, maybe it's the way you communicate or the way you've been treating people, that you do change. And also that this chat is gonna help you choose partners and friends in a more wise manner. Just don't allow anyone to be a part of your life, because that can break you in so many ways. So I'm just hoping that this chat, that this talk that I was bringing to you guys is going to be helping someone out there, someone going through the most, someone that has been going through the most, or someone that's saying, I have this toxic friend that I don't know how to let go of, and all of those. I'm just hoping that this chat is going to be helpful to someone out there. If I could help one person, I'm satisfied. Yeah, so I hope that you guys did really enjoy the video, and please do comment and tell me if you want more of these type of videos. But I think that I don't know. But yeah guys, I hope that you guys really did enjoy this video, because I really did enjoy having this conversation or this chat with you guys, because it's something that has been sitting very heavy on me. Like, I've been wanting to talk about it, so I'm glad that I finally gave myself some time to talk about it with you guys. And I hope that you guys really just did enjoy, and that you guys did learn a thing or two from this talk. And subscribe, share the link, let's grow. Like the video, also comment your opinions and your views on certain things, and I will see you guys in my next video.